Hello, I'm Donna Meltzer. I'm the CEO of the National Association of Councils on Developmental Disabilities. For the last 2 years, I've had the privilege of serving as the president of the Coalition for Health Funding. I'm here today doing this first ever vlog for the Coalition to share some thoughts on things that have happened for the Coalition over the last 2 years and to share a few ideas about what we might be looking at coming up in the very near future. 2 years. The last 2 years have brought a lot of work. We've experienced having a brand new administration where we had a lot of new folks to educate and help them really understand what is public health funding. That's something that the Coalition for Health Funding does very well. Through a series of events that we put on, meetings with members of the administration, on the Hill, and across the city, we have worked to educate people about what's most important to us. We had a lot of threats coming our way over the last 2 years. We were looking at big deficits that were very daunting, and of course a lot of attacks on the Affordable Care Act, an issue critically important to our entire coalition. But we did what we always do best, which is to pull together and really work as a unified front in protecting what we believe in most. We really do live by the axiom that rising tides lift all boats. Over the last 2 years, the Coalition has done a number of things that I think are very important to our mission. Number one, we secured $131 billion of relief and sequestration, the largest bipartisan budget deal and the single largest increase for domestic programs like public health since the stimulus of 2009. Through our leadership of NDD United, we once again led the non-defense discretionary community in the Raise the Caps campaign, featuring a new report detailing the impact of budget cuts and, of course, our famous baseball caps. The Bipartisan Budget Act of 2018 marked the largest increase in the caps since the budget control of 2011 took effect. Number two, because of raising the caps, we had a 16% increase in funding for the Department of Health and Human Services. Thanks to those increased caps, the total funding available for the Department of Health and Human Services has increased greatly, and that includes a $5 billion increase in the National Institutes of Health. We continue to educate Congress on public health funding. Over the past 2 years, we have continued to increase awareness of health funding needs across the public health continuum. Through growing attendance at our annual public health fair, congressional briefings, and Capitol Hill days, and our participation in the outside witness hearing, we have reached more members of Congress and their staff to talk about our mission. I really want to say to you, the members of the Coalition for Health Funding, that I have thoroughly enjoyed every bit of my 2 years of being president of this coalition. Many of you know that I've served on the board for nearly 20 years, and it's always been a privilege and a pleasure to be part of this very productive coalition. There are a few things that really come to mind that have been exciting for me over the last 2 years. Certainly an opportunity to testify last year before the Labor, Health, and Human Services Education Subcommittee. It was a lot of fun to sit in front of Congressman Tom Cole and Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro and to talk about the important work of the coalition and to even watch them spar a little bit in front of me. I'm very excited about what's coming next for the coalition. It's going to be an exciting next 2 years. We've got the 116th Congress coming in early January, and we've got a brand new House of Representatives with lots of new members for us to educate. This means we're going to kick off our year doing a lot of education, so get ready and plan for our day on the Hill. We have a lot of work to do. We have some policy issues that we really do need to take care of this year. We'll certainly be addressing the fiscal cliff, our growing deficits in our country, and a potential return of sequester level caps, which will be very difficult for us, and we'll have to continue to advocate for raising those caps. We'll be examining the President's FY20 budget and looking at what it means for public health. And of course, we'll continue to work with our champions on the Hill to get another Labor, Health, and Human Services Education Appropriations Bill done on time. We'll be kicking things off, of course, with our Day on the Hill. And I'm looking forward to lots of our other activities that we will be doing over the course of the year, like our Public Health 101 briefing, a public health fair, and of course our monthly meetings when we bring to you the opportunity to meet with high-level government officials and our colleagues on the Hill. We have lots of things that we're going to accomplish together this year, and I look forward to remaining as a member of the board. I look forward to working with all of you in the coming year, and I want to wish you all happy holidays.